when you transfer, there's not these 4-year plans that most universities will put you on. You're more of a, okay, maybe I'll get done by this century type of class.
Me and my sisters, we were heading home and some of the guys decided they wanted to go home with us and we're like, no, I mean, it's girls only. And he's like, I mean, what are you guys gonna do back home? And we're like, oh, you know, we're just gonna have a sister orgy, no big deal or anything.
You have those who wear like fur coats and like 5 pairs of socks and 8 pairs of pants when it really doesn't help any at all.
You're supposed to have all this great times and go out and do all this stuff, but then you look at your tuition and then you start to cry.
Okay, so a Greek party, you show up with most of your sisters, you walk in, and then you get swarmed. Because, of course, the ratio here is about 80-1.
The first day of class, you're in class, you're sitting there, you haven't looked at a roster or anything, and then you're just sitting there in class. Maybe you're like the 3rd person there. You look up, somebody walks in, dude. And you see a girl walking, and just like, then reality starts to set in, and then it's just like, well, she's not really my type, so they just want to go to class, not get hit on, and go home.
Okay, you're sitting in class, you expect to see girls your age, around that age, mid-late 20s, whatever, maybe 1 or 2 like 40-year-olds. But this grandma walks in, and I'm like, college grandma? After one test, she literally brought in cookies for the entire class, and I'm like, yes.
The awkward nerd ones who just don't talk.
There's the girls that are into sports that are sometimes kind of scary because they're super muscular and you're just like, whoa.
You have the stupid girls, I like to call them, who have those really annoying voices like, oh my God, I see you again. I see those more than anyone else.
The sorority girls that are all like, yay, we're sisters.
The girls who just, they understand that there's a huge discrepancy in the ratio, but they don't care because they're better than everyone else, so they're just like, I don't.
And you have the real quiet ones who really say nothing, they just stare at you. Sort of like that.
You have the girls who think they're hot and they think they're all attractive.
They just like look down on people like, whatever. And then usually like, you'll be in the campus vicinity and they're sitting at like a table with other pretty girls, and then all of a sudden one of them takes out like a mirror and then they look at themselves in the mirror like, oh my God, I need to get a perm or whatever the deuce it is pretty girls do these days.
You have the girls who are attractive but don't think they're attractive.
It could kind of get frustrating because it's just like, you need to wake up and just understand that life is as beautiful as your face.
And you have the uglier than hell girls who think they're hot.
You need to calm down. I don't know what kind of fantasy world you think this is. You know, Instagram filters that's why they're here. And understand that there is a filter doing this to your face. There's the nerd who just wants to go to class and go home and study all night for the big exam in the morning.
We have the typical tough guys, douchebags, like, yeah, we run this school.
Douchebag! The Greeks are typically cool and laid back and TFM.
Fraternity guys that always seem like they're just like, oh.
Frat-tastic, that's what it is.
There's just that cool guy. I guess I can be put in that category.
You have the jocks who always work out and are total douchebags.
You have the typical wannabe gangsters, I like to call them. You know, they try to put a little thugness in their voice. You know, like they want to talk like this all the time and think it's just gonna give them some respect, you know what I'm saying?
Peace, yo.
You've got the guy who you question why he's in college in the first place. Like, are you here for school or are you here to just party?
You have the nerds who are either too wrapped up in their video games, their computers, or their code to even realize there is a human being that is standing in front of them, which might be a girl, but they would never know because they don't know what boobs look like.
The nice guy who's also very sarcastic and is going to mock you the first chance he gets. So whether you're nice or mean, you probably want to stay away from people like me.
The engineering students mostly keep to themselves, are kind of socially awkward. We have our architects that spend godless hours in studio and probably should shower a little more often. We got your media comm students.
You're not in focus.
This is the set.
What other majors do we have?
We're in class, right? Teacher's up there, they're giving their standard lecture, whatever. And then there's just this gump who usually sits, they usually sit in the back of the room on the left side. It's always the left. And they're just back there, they're on their phone 96% of the time.
My phone's always going off. I'm on my phone like the whole time.
I would hope the teacher would say something. And if it doesn't, I'd probably just chuck it at a wall because why are you that stupid to have your phone on this long?
People are really distracted, and I feel like it's disrespectful to the teacher.
I try to stay as far away from my phone as possible.
I guess you gotta come up with your own like rules. Like maybe if you have like a book in class, you can kind of like hide it behind the book and be like, okay, yeah, I'm reading the book, but you're really not reading the book. You could do behind the laptop thing. That kind of works. I mean, you have to really position yourself back and have the laptop like aimed low. They can't really see your face, and you're just like. So they think you're doing like research on Google or something, but you're really just texting it.
Don't understand the whole Snapchatting. I don't understand the point of Snapchatting in class, making, I'm so bored picture. Because I don't care about other people's faces. I know you're bored in class.
One time someone was Snapchatting, adding me into their Snapchats, and I didn't know who they were. It was very awkward.
It's okay to a point. I mean, if you're not paying attention for 5 minutes straight in class, that's bad.
I can guarantee you I probably am the kid in the back of the classroom who sits there on Tumblr or Twitter or Facebook or whatever the hell it is that day.
It gets out of hand when you can hear someone's Facebook message go bloop.
I mean, Facebook, Twitter, it's okay, but don't like spend your whole class doing it.
Facebook stalking is okay because that's how you meet people. A real stalker, I unfriend him, and then I usually just avoid him at all costs and warn all my sisters about him.
The most annoying type of people on campus are the ones that just feel like they have to make their presence known to everyone. They just have to constantly be running around.
Some of the things that students do are not showing up at all. They think they're God and it's okay not to show up to class, but it's not because they're getting the same grades as I am and it's not fair to me.
Yes, there's always that one person who wants to ask like all the questions that really don't matter. And most of the time it's the guy who's not paying attention and will ask the question right after someone explains it, or at the end of class where they just ask the most retarded question at all. And you know it's like clockwork. As soon as you see him, excuse me.
With modern science, we now know that the Earth is actually round.
Nah, man, I saw a map. It's flat. It's flat.
And they'll just keep asking, and it's just like you want to go up to him and just slap him because he's God.
But like, if you subtract, how can you add?
You don't subtract, you add.
You're not making any sense.
One student in my calc class, he would try to argue with the teacher about a mathematical equation. That doesn't work. I changed my major because of that dude.
You get stuck behind this guy when you're climbing up the stairs. It's like a mountain, and you cannot get past him. You're trying to hurry up. You're about to be late for class, and you're trying to run around him and dodge left when you go left, and dodge right when you go right. It's like being stuck behind somebody in traffic.
The guys that are on like skateboard things that are like this long and they think they're hot because they like roll around on campus. Grow a pair and walk.
What really bugs me is not a lot.
My professor was talking about giving a good speech and what you should and shouldn't do, and I didn't sleep much the night before. So I fell asleep, and I was in the first row, and she noticed me with my arm like this, and I had drool running all the way down my hand, all the way down my arm.
One of my most embarrassing moments has to do with taking X-Lax a couple hours before.
Oh my God. Y'all, please tell me y'all smell. Y'all know y'all smell that. Oh my God.
Girl, you better check yourself, cause you wrecked yourself.
Oh my God. What the heck was that?
We'll end it there.
I fall asleep in class a lot, and I've been told that I talk in my sleep, and apparently I have some interesting things to say in my sleep during class. I can't repeat them, but just use your imagination.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, I'm gonna be president for you all day long.
Do I look like I work out? Come on.
I mean, first and foremost, we're at the gym, so I mean, I already have the upper hand at this moment. I'm in shape. I got my tank top on. My muscles are like looking pristine with the light just shining down on the sweat that's on my arm. It's just looking just amazing.
Hot babes at the gym, on occasions. Some of them, yes, others, no.
Me personally, I make a point to just go out of my routine to go do an exercise by her so I can just show off my physique.
There are guys in there that are there to look at the booties. I mean, that's just how it is.
The way that they work out, it just does things. Just makes you want to go to that next level.
Those Brazilian girls, or any girl who does squats, yeah, just out there.
She's gonna be doing her thing, whatever she's doing. Maybe she's doing like, I don't know, like she's doing dumbbells or something. She's gonna be looking.
Push and pull.
She's gonna be looking. If she looks 3 times,
the way they move, the way they grunt.
Once you've established that you have her attention, you go over to her and you just talk about like fitness, talk about being in shape. You don't say anything. You don't get mad. Well, you do get mad. You get mad on the inside. You just take your anger out on the weights because they did it. It's their fault why she said no to you because your physique wasn't manly enough.
If you see a girl that you like, just don't get creepy on her.
I look, but I'm not creepy about it.
You know, wear some shorts, maybe a tank top, or some sweatpants. No, they come in full jeans, hoodies, everything, expecting to work out. You know, lifting 15-pound weights, yelling at everyone, or something like that, and slamming them down everywhere.
It's just disturbing when I'm over here trying to like do some curls, and then I hear this dude over here having a baby.
There's this dude, he's like the worst of all time. And he goes over to this girl who's just like in fantastic shape, and he's just like talking to her, and she did not exhibit the 3 looks I was talking about. She just didn't do it. He just went over to her and he kind of just like insisted himself upon her.
It's really awkward going into the gym seeing a guy wearing booty shorts.
Their hairy legs are just hanging out and it's just weird.
Wear clothes that fit. That's my advice.
But I did see this one girl. She just like went to the gym. She grabbed one of those like things that you tie around you or something when you're like lifting weights or something. I guess it's like a stability thing. She was like on the elliptical machine and she put one of those on and she had her cell phone out and she was like, you know, taking selfies of herself. She was in there for 5 minutes, took pictures and left. I was like, really? This is what you do?
I was at the gym and there was this guy, he walks in. He had on some boots, some pajama pants that didn't fit. He had on a hoodie that also didn't fit. So it was weird because there was a mean contrast between his oversized hoodie and his extremely short pants that was happening.
Girls that just don't think they have to wear a sports bra, you can't have your stuff jiggling around like that.
Don't do anything that's gonna make you that guy. Like, don't be the person that everyone walks in and say, okay, stay away from that guy, because that guy's gonna be the one who asks the dumb question, the guy who falls asleep and slobs and talks in his sleep, or the guy who just says random things in class.
Make sure that you sit around people who won't either one, distract you, two, be stupid, or three, smell bad.
Know what class you're going into and how you should behave in that class. If it's a class that's about history, you probably don't want to go in there being like you're hanging out with your homeboys and you're about to have the best class of your life.
You shouldn't be late because number one, you're just asking for attention and you draw the whole room to you and you just have to be like, sorry.
When people say high school is the best time of your life, that was like too long ago to be relevant now. College is definitely one of the best times of your life. You mature as an adult through college. College is definitely the time where you get to be who you are and then just find people that you want to be around.
I want to talk to you for a minute about college in general. If you come here, you have to make sure that you're dedicated. You have to make sure that you work hard every day, because you never want to be that guy that amounted to be something when you're really nothing, if that makes any sense. We're all here to help shape America back to where it was supposed to be, and that's a good thing. So do your best. Get good grades and show them Tiger, or whatever your name is.